Good morning, everyone. It's me, Rory Paddock for Racing Daily. It's on the nod, and I know I've been away for a little while. Not last on the nod came on the 26th of April. Where have I been since then? Well, I've been studying away, trying to find some winners. It's not been as fruitful the last few months, but today, which is Wednesday, the 21st of May, I'm hoping I've got 6 horses. I'm going to be putting in an each way lucky 63 that will bash the bookies. Last time you saw me, I was keeping my fingers, toes, arms, and legs crossed for what might have been a monumental day, and this is how it went.
My third selection, I must admit, there's more riding on this than normal. For those that have probably followed Racing Daily when it was previously picks from the paddock, myself and the rest of the team have been in the Racing Post Naps table, up against the likes of big known tipsters such as Templegate, all the major newspapers, the likes of the Mail, the Mirror, the Sun, the Times. And today is the end of the season. It runs every 6 months from April to October and October to April. Today, with it being the last day of the Jumps Festival, Jumps season. Obviously, at Sandown today is the last day, and I am currently in second spot. I have a chance of winning it, so this is my nap of the day in the paper. The only downside, however, is I'm desperate for this horse to drift. It's been backed into 10-3 favourite. Did open up at around 11-2. But in order for me to claw that back or have any chance of winning the Racing Post Naps table, it has to go off at around 11-2 or bigger. Unfortunately, I don't think luck's going to be on my side. Hats off to Melissa, who is currently in the lead and has been for a while. Obviously, I could be caught by any of the other tipsters below the table. I'd like to finish in the top 3, so fingers crossed that happens. Any well wishes and good luck, very much appreciated on a day that could be very telling. But
So yeah, luck was on my side. Waistcoat, my last selection, ended up winning at a massive 8-1. I leapfrogged into first place, and I took home the title of the NAPS competition leader in the Racing Post in the press competition. Like I said, beat the big name tipsters from the Mail, the Sun, Express, Times, all the big names in the press, and little old me came out on top at the end of the season. So, yeah, it's certainly been an achievement, and hopefully it's something we can do again, either with myself or any of the other Racing Daily team. But you're here for selections. Hopefully, my good run of form can continue. It's the 21st of May, it's Tuesday, and now it's time for my best bets. First up, we're going to go to Chepstow. We're going to go to the 355. We're going to go to Connie's Rose, ridden by Oisin Murphy. Oisin Murphy had a very good weekend. It seems that he's going to be picking up a lot of rides for John Gosden, which will certainly help boost his tally as he hunts down a Jockey's Flat Title Championship over the next handful of months. Connie's Rose wasn't far away last time out. Very eye-catching jockey booking. Machine goes all the way to Wales for this ride, and I think that in and itself will be telling. Connie's Rose, the one to be on there in the 355 at Chepstow. We then head to Ireland to Goran Park, the first race of an evening meeting there, and I'm going to go with Tofino. Did absolutely nothing in its first 3 starts, finished 4th on its last run, which was way better than expected. I think this claiming contest should be a lot easier than the race it finished 4th in, and I'm hoping that drop in class will be the telling factor. Horse is a maiden, it's only ever raced 4 times. Like I said, the closest it's ever been is 4th, but that was in a relatively large runner handicap. And I think this race, being a weaker contest, can see it shake off its maiden tag and end up finding its first trip to the winner's enclosure. That's Tofino in the 5-10 at Goran. Back to Chepstow, back to Wales, and we're going to go with Savannah Smiles. Ross O'Ryan piloted this horse when it ran pretty well last time out. Hails from the Grace Harry's yard. I think the fact that Ross O'Ryan comes back and jumps back on board is also a positive factor. wasn't far away last time out. A repeat of that performance in what looks a pretty bog standard race should be enough to finish in front. Savannah Smiles, my idea of the winner, there in the 5:35. Mary of Medina is a former course and distance winner, lining up there in the 6 o'clock at Brighton. Hasn't been at its best of late, but she's not. She's one of those horses that she's not the most prolific. I don't think she's won for a while, but she's on such an attractive mark at a course that she's done very well at previously, and those boxes are ticked. She will have to obviously improve on what she's done over the last year or so, but if she's anything near her best, I think her current price is just shy of double figures is way too big. One of those where you look at the pricing and go, that's drastically overpriced, and you can't really ignore it. Small stakes bet, but I think a solid each way chance there in the 6 o'clock at Brighton. Mary of Medina. Roundabout Silver, sticking with Brighton there in the 7:30, finished fourth on his last few starts. Has been a consistent performer. I think he'll appreciate a return to turf. It's been competing on the all-weather of late. Now back on grass, I think that's a positive step. Roundabout Silver, consistent horse who can finish in the mix once again. Another each-way selection from Brighton there in the 7:30. Last but by no means least, 10 minutes later, we're going to go to the evening's all-weather meeting at Kempton. It's the 7:40, and I'm going to go with Nebras Angel. Recently changed yards, seem to have worked the oracle in terms of it produced a much better performance last time out. If a switching stable is going to eke out even further improvement, then I think now it's had that run under its belt, more can be expected. Looks a very open race, is one of the outsiders, so again, it's another each-way shout there. But I think can outrun its odds and should do well in what is a relatively weak contest. Nebras Angel, my each-way selection there in the 7:40 at Kempton. So those are my selections. I'm going to be putting them in an each-way lucky 63. If you were going to back them individually, I'd say if you can get 5-1 or bigger, back them each way. If it's 9-2 or shorter, back them on the nose to win. But those are my 6. Connie's Rose and Savannah Smiles, both at Chepstow. Tofino in the opener at Gorham Park, Mary of Medina and Roundabout Silver at Brighton, and Nebras Angel in the 7:40 at Kempton. Those are my 6 selections for what is Wednesday, the 21st of May. I've been Rory Paddock. As always, any likes, comments and shares, very much welcome. And fingers crossed, touch wood, and good luck if you follow.